It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we get to watch Nico Collins. Big plays follow him around. He comes in second in the NFL in receiving yards. It's the Texans and the Titans, and it's coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Houston Texans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn on this final day of 2023, New Year's Eve. The final two-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway Week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here are the Texans now with a fresh face at quarterback, the second overall pick from Ohio State, C.J. Stroud.
And it felt like it watching the game tape. He got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Back to Robinson now on first down. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. I check in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 20 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
And that score solidified his standing at the top of the touchdown chart. And right now, he's looking to finish this season strong.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jordan Phillips, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Here's 3rd and 9. Stroud to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. One gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Meanwhile, Stroud's and this throw finds Smith and Jigba. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. The Texans had 12-3 now on the year, and they come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves to James. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place. And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Stroud now on 3rd and 2. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Jackson Smith and Jigba hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are on the board first here this afternoon. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So a new face at quarterback for the Titans in 2023. It's the 24-year-old rookie out of Kentucky, Charles, Will Levis.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have.
And shutting him off now open field. Still on his feet. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Titans are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that. He's got a man complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A gain of 32 that time.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Second catch for him today, and they'll run it down the 1st down. Throwing now is Stroud. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the 1st quarter. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. Here's 2nd and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. Down the sideline he goes. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down. Robinson will take this one in for a Texans touchdown. So another rushing touchdown for him this year. Well, he's found the end zone quite a bit so far. Charles, that now an even 20 scores on the season.
And you know how often we use the term, probably I overuse the term imposing their will? Well, these defenses have become really powerless to stop him. That's what we've seen from him and his team this year. You know he's getting the ball down here in the red zone, but he's just got that strength of will himself, and he's used it to great effect.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Levis sets up to throw here.
Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Levis back to throw. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
Levis. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Robinson with another carry.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. They'll let this go deep for Collins.
And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Kind of an odd schedule this year. These two teams getting their 2 games in very late in the season. Their first meeting just a few weeks ago, back in Week 15. And it was the visiting Texans who came away with a victory. So they'll look to take the season series if they can win here in Houston.
Arden Key, the ex-LSU Tiger, there on the stop. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Stroud's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Such a valuable commodity to have a tight end who can run and get open. How about what he just did there? Worked his way from right to left across the field and found his way free.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Meanwhile, Stroud's throw taken in by Collins.
And finally down he goes as as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Here goes Stroud again.
And it's caught. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
Eluding the pressure right.
The pass finds Mechie in the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. John Mechie, as the first half is winding down. And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was all capped off by a John Mechie touchdown reception. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Titans offense going to get one final possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll be out right at the 35.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Yeah, he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Now Levis. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
2nd and 10. One final shot before the half. Here's Levis. A tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete.
So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And it's the Raiders who have the lead in the second quarter. Devontae Adams, a touchdown reception. From there, let's head over to Highmark Stadium to check out what's happening with the Bills. And that one is at halftime as they lead the visiting Patriots in that ball game. Josh Allen has a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Jonathan Mingo, a touchdown catch in that first half. We were witness to a solid first half from this year's #2 overall pick rookie, C.J. Stroud. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play. These two clubs running through their final halftime adjustments. It's just about time to get back at it. And for the call of the second half, we go back out to Houston, H-Town, and Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Levis from the gun.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson, and they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys. Let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if your defense doesn't bail them out.
Now a 2nd and 10. And Stroud now to throw.
And he finds his target. It's Schultz.
And the Texans are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're...
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Justice Hill, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Texans have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the first half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
132 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. Again, it's Henry. Stiff-armed him. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Levis looking to throw.
Got his man, Okonkwo. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Back to throw, it's Levis. Touchdown! Traylon Burks, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans get a bit closer. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Houston set to take over. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. First and 10, it's Stroud.
Escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another first and 10. Hill running right.
That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. And he's got Smith and Jigba.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
On first down, here's Stroud.
Touchdown, Texans!
John Mechie.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
That 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it was all capped off by a John Mechie touchdown reception. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So a first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Third and 4. Levis to throw it. They set up the screen for Henry. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down. Here's Levis. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Moore. And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
On the ground with Hill to begin the drive. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 42 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But it used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derek Stingley picks it. Down the left sideline. And they will score on pick 6 for the Texans TD. And no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
So the pick six, and now Levis right back to the air. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Malik Collins. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Second down, here's Levis. Gets this to the former Texan, DeAndre Hopkins. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. He's got his target. That's complete. It's a big play there for Tennessee. 56 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Levis sets up to throw here. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. And Levis going back to the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Houston. Justice Hill with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Texans are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days. And now off to the races down the right side. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards.
Well, he already had a big receiving game working, and it's going to get a lot better here. Defensively, they're fortunate this is not a touchdown. But he's just been absolutely unstoppable, and he comes up with yet another gigantic play.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Levis back to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Badgley on for the extra point. And that'll
cut the lead back now to 21. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays.
And it was Traylon Burks capping things off with a touchdown catch.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, CD, this is the ideal situation in the fourth quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock, with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful. They've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
Problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still first down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
And that flag accepted.
Still first down.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. They'll run straight ahead with Hill. And some strong running.
A good move, but not much room to run. Brought down at the 5.
Roger McCreary there to bring him down defensively. Here's Hill again on 2nd down.
Gets past him at the 10. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line.
And Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Houston,
They run their record to 13-3 now on the year.
so that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaughan. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as well.